I'm doing fine, eager to play, as usual. A lot of patch notes to go through, and then play after. I don't know, just reboot my computer, just to make sure problem on my end. Sure. Uh, well, hey, first of more to come. Good. Means they continue working on improving and giving content. I like that. People were complaining. Yeah, people were complaining about like outposts are too small and stuff. Hey, now you're getting your wish. Uh, Customizable difficulty. People were saying like, yeah, outposts is no real challenge. Me among them, I have to say. Hey, we get our wish. Oh yeah, I've lost a fair amount of hours there. This is true. True. No, people with the normal edition only have one outpost. The people with the supporter edition have 3 outposts. Okay. Before we continue, I got my PC loaded up again. I'm looking at the stream. Your audio is not there. Not in the stream. Luckily, it seems I'm the only one watching so far. No more music. This is your desktop. I don't hear you in the stream yet.
How's that?
Give me a sec.
That should be working now.
Yeah, you're there.
Good. Whew. Panic over.
Good.
These things are sent to try us. Wow. Whew. Yes, no, I did actually have an update to OBS,
Mm.
and it's maybe just altered a couple of things that I wasn't expecting it to alter, maybe. But okay. Shall we start again?
Yeah.
All right, take two. I'm really sorry about that. I think what I'll actually do is I'll take this into the editor and I'll just chop that bit off.
Sure.
All right, that's 10 minutes. All right, I'm chopping the first 10 minutes off. I'm so sorry about that. Audio was not working. I'll start again. Welcome to week 28 of Icarus Updates. I am here with Gao. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Excellent. I'm
Good.
doing much better now that we seem to have the audio fixed. She says question mark.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
are week 28 update Outposts number 1, where they get the first step in a big makeover, new configurable difficulty settings, full map outpost, and a mission.
First step for the outpost, so more to come. Interesting.
Yes, that sounds intriguing.
Configurable difficulty settings. Nice.
Yes.
Full map outpost. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about that is having not only do you have the availability of every single resource within the map, but it means you also have availability of every single food substance within the map.
So, for example, the Arctic outpost had no yeast, so you couldn't make any cave potions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tough luck. You're mining, you get a cave cuff, you have to walk it off.
Yeah.
At least now
Yeah.
we can run to another biome, grab the yeast, bring it back home, make a bunch of pills.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go into the text?
Yes, please do. Sorry, I've just been totally distracted. So could you take us through the first paragraph, please?
Sure. So, this week we start our process of refreshing Outposts, starting with adding new functionality and personalization among the entire Olympus map now being playable as a huge 64 square kilometer outpost. Configurability in Outposts will include options for adjusting the difficulty, allowing you to customize your experience to suit your playstyle. With Olympus available as a full persistent map, you'll have an abundance of resources at your disposal also. We are excited to see how you take this new opportunity and create magic with it. Entire map. Yoo-hoo!
Yes. So exciting.
Uh-huh.
And I think the best thing about that is just everything.
Especially like it's Outpost. Resources respawn. So you find yourself a nice place overlooking a valley on top of a waterfall. You can build over the
Yeah,
waterfall without having to worry about the resources too much.
find the biggest cave possible and build right outside it.
Plonk it full with dehumidifiers, and you have instantly double the volume of your base.
Yep.
Sorry, I've actually seen gameplay from people who built their base in the big cave in
C3.
Olympus Arctic. The what's it? Mike 5 tunnel
Okay.
cave thingy.
Yeah, and there are
Looked
other
very
people
nice.
have done it in the desert with that huge one that goes right through a huge rock.
Yeah, I know the Mike 4, Mike 5 cave.
Yes, yes. And then there's the one in the top right quadrant of the map at C3, I believe. That's a good one.
So yeah, gonna be interesting to see people's outposts built in
Yeah,
full map variant.
yeah. Okay. So outposts were not something we originally thought of providing, but early on, based on community feedback prior to and during the beta, great ideas developed and we wanted to pursue them. However, it has been hard to find the time for that focus as there were some foundational issues with the game that we wanted to change first. It is exciting for us to take our first look at what we can do with this area of the game, and we're even more excited to see what we can build with this later on.
I commend them for wanting to fix the base game first, or at least improve the base game first before going to do the outpost, especially because apparently they didn't intend to make an outpost from the beginning.
No, no, that's strange, that, isn't it? But it's good that they consider the community enough to actually make the time to
Oh yeah,
do it.
oh yeah, I love it. I love the outpost. I've lost countless hours there already.
Yeah, yeah. I think the only thing I thought that was lacking from the outpost was the food variety. Um,
Yeah, true.
not that it really took too much of an effort to actually, like take some vegetables down the surface with you and forage for the rest.
Yeah, for example, talking about the limited food, I started the Arctic Outpost. As in like, let's build in the snow, nice concrete base. Let's see how well the temperature insulation works and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out, yeah, but there is no yeast in the Arctic, so no cave potions and or pills. So mining for resources in Arctic,
Yeah.
you have to spend a fair amount of time inside the caves, and you get the cave cover all the time,
Yep.
and you
Yep.
can't fix it, you can't cure it.
Yeah. That's a real downer because that cave cough is nasty.
Yeah. But
Okay.
hey, now at least we have like the full map. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Me
I mean,
like it a lot.
it gives you so much more access to different foods.
We
Um,
have done in the
gives you all.
past, in some of the missions, we have done some builds, or at least started some pretty big builds, but then we abandoned them because the mission was over.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna revisit some of them
Okay.
and build the heck out of the game.
Yeah.
See how much I can build before I break the game. Stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, if you remember when you were helping me in my outpost, we were in the process of putting a roof on the entire map to see if we could shelter it.
Yeah, the entire outpost. I'm not gonna do that again.
No, no. I think we'll just deal with the weather, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and the last paragraph, please.
Alrighty. So, like with our performance and optimization patch a few weeks back, this is not the last for our outpost ideas. There will, in many cases, be a series of updates with focus on new areas. Also remember that while outposts are the focus, you will note in the changelog that our usual fixes and optimizations will also be flowing in each week as well.
Good.
So yes, this week's update is the main focus is outpost, but
Hmm.
there is still like the normal between quotes improvements and updates and
Yeah,
fixes.
yeah, yeah. So it's not just they're not just focusing on one update and then moving to the next update. They're working on everything.
Yeah,
Um, and we're just getting the update of what they're being able to fix, basically.
yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, it's all been good news from for now.
Oh yeah.
So the Olympus outpost. Oh my gosh!
Hmm?
Here we go.
Yeah.
You can now explore Olympus without any restrictions and return at your leisure to create your own hub on the surface of Icarus. The entire 64 square kilometer Olympus map will be a persistent, playable outpost available to all players with this update. Previously, this wasn't possible due to the amount of data being saved and how this impacted performance. Recent updates and improvements to replication and performance have now allowed us the ability to execute this confidently, but it is worth noting that performance will still be impacted at the extremes of data generated. In simple terms, building thousands of buildings or extensions to your base will ultimately degrade performance, but we're confident that in the current state of the game, this extremity is much more realistic and sustainable for players to be able to create and build to their heart's content. Right up your street.
Like I said, let's see how much can we build before we completely break it. Hmm.
Hmm. And I think
Gonna be
that,
interesting to see.
sorry?
Gonna be interesting to see.
Oh, for sure.
Like build a giant pyramid covering entire Mount Olympus, for example.
Now that would be interesting.
Yep. Unfortunately, you won't be able because you'll hit the ceiling of the outpost. But hey.
Well, you start at the top and work down. I mean,
Yeah, well, we have seen it where we were going up in the mountains, finding our ways over and through the mountains, or we hit the ceiling, building ceiling,
yes,
where you get out of bounds because you're getting too high.
yes, yes, but that's just where you basically put the ceiling to your building.
Yeah, which will mean we can't completely envelop Mount Olympus.
No, but we could give it a nice walkway.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
So the next sentence just really kind of clears that up for you. You want to take us through it?
So, if you wish to wipe the slate clean and start again, Olympus Outposts can be deleted the same way the smaller versions are. And these will save to your PC rather than to the cloud to limit the impact on our servers. I can understand that.
Oh yeah,
If everyone would save their outposts on the Icarus servers, they will get overrun with data.
yeah, yeah. They would have a complete meltdown.
Oh yeah,
You
they would
know,
need a
so
massive amount of storage and stuff.
yeah,
Fast storage. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they've already built a concrete house into the rock there, but it does have some wooden roofing. I'm seeing.
In the Arctic. Whew.
Yes,
Brave.
with glass windows, no less.
Brave.
Yeah, I hope somebody's willing to stay at home and repair them every time there's a storm.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can always lower the weather settings. I assume there will be weather settings because they were talking about difficulty.
Yep.
But still, a wooden roof in the Arctic, snow collecting on top of it, it crashing down. Yeah,
Yeah, best of luck.
like I said, brave.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, why is the full map outpost not only for those with the supporters edition?
Something relevant to both of us since we are both running the supporters edition.
Yes. Yes. I actually don't know. Giz has got the supporters edition. I don't think Carl does he?
No, he has the base edition.
He's the base edition, right? Well, he's the only one that can give us comparison then, really.
He
Um,
has only one outpost.
okay, well, there you go. There is the comparison. We get 3 and he gets 1. Wow. Okay.
I have not checked now with this new thing whether or not we got a new outpost or a replacement of the old ones. No, I don't think they replace the old ones. I don't think so.
No, I would just imagine the way they would leave you starting whatever it was you started, but you will have access to the entire map.
I reckon you'll have a new outpost now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
why
Fine.
is it not only for those with the supporters edition?
We wanted I'm sorry. We wanted to provide more value for those who purchase the supporters edition for some time. However, we cannot do this at the expense of the larger community. Well, I get that.
Totally.
Yeah. We understand we understand that is frustrating, but every development moment we have continues to be prioritized towards changing that change towards changes that benefit everyone. We do have some exciting ideas to help reward those supporting us with the supporters edition, but locking this kind of content behind that is not the way.
And
Yeah,
I totally agree with him.
yeah, absolutely.
Sure, it would be nice if we get a bit more value for our supporter edition, but I totally understand their decision here. And I support their decision here as well.
Yeah, I mean, outposts can actually be, the bulk of somebody's time in Icarus. I mean, there may well be people who have never done any of the missions because they really like it in the outpost.
Well, I reckon they have done some of the missions to unlock stuff, but
Well, it's probably true, but
like the rustic bench and stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the amount of map that the outpost has, given the fact that everybody who has an outpost already knows the map.
It's a little war. 2x2, 4x4 tops. I think it's even 2x2 kilometers.
Yeah, but I mean, to not let the the greater community have access to the same thing would not be fair.
Exactly.
So yeah, I commend them on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand and support this decision.
Yes, absolutely.
Still, it'll mean we'll have to wait for our value for a supported edition, but hey, if this means more people can enjoy Icarus and the full outpost, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disparage between people who buy it and those who don't. I mean, the thing is that we as a community we're all brought together by Icarus, and
Yeah,
to be perfectly honest with you, if the wider community can get as much benefit as possible,
yeah, and don't
I,
forget the
I'm
supported
all for
edition. We
that
already
because
get
it
we.
yeah it
Hmm?
just enhances the game for them. It just makes them more likely to want to play it.
And also we already get the benefit of getting the next two DLCs for free.
Yes, yes, we've already paid for them, so that's our benefit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I don't need any other benefit than that. That's really good for me. That's why I got it.
Well,
So
I'm fine with getting more value for my bucks,
yeah,
but not if it goes at the expense of people with the standard edition.
yeah, yeah. I mean, why shouldn't they get extra stuff? So it is absolutely vital that we nurture the community as a whole well before we risk dividing it with content. That says
Absolutely.
it all. That says it
Yeah.
all right there. And
So yeah, in time they'll look at ways to increase the value of the supporters edition. In the meantime, we do hope those who have it understand that we must prioritize content for everyone first, even if it hurts us in revenue. Again, I totally understand.
oh yeah, I mean, I applaud them for that.
Yeah.
I mean, as a development group, they've given the community so much already.
Uh-huh.
And they just keep giving, and I love that. So
Yep.
configurable outposts. Here we go. We get into the nitty gritty of what can be done and what can't be done. So you want to lead us in?
Sure. Outposts will now also have the option to be customized to suit any player's personal preferences. These will be labeled as difficulties and will allow you to customize the weather severity and aggressive wildlife spawns. Higher difficulty settings will provide more volatile weather conditions, and more numerous, powerful foe to contend with. But it will still provide a safer, easier environment option for players who prefer to be able to focus on other systems without the impact of contending with challenging dynamics. Aggressive wildlife, powerful foe. Yay! We finally get like predators in the outposts.
Yep. So you get your bears
Me
and your
like
wolves.
it.
Yeah. It'll be
Me like it a
interesting.
lot.
Oh, it's an Olympus map, so there won't be any Kia.
This is true.
But you will get everything else.
No Kia, no Komodo, no crocodiles and stuff. It is the Olympus map, not the Styx map, but the
Hmm.
entirety of Olympus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's one nice one. The extreme option will also disable visual maps and locators, similar to how it behaves in prospects. I don't think I'm gonna play it on extreme Outpost, but hard mode, sure, why not?
Um, yeah, I mean, we usually play the game on hard mode, so I mean,
Huh.
that would actually give you an opportunity to get a bit more used to dealing with it.
Yeah. So basically, the extreme mode for Outpost is the old, couple of the old hardcore settings. Like you can't see the map, you have no map,
Hmm.
and you can't see other players on the map. You can't see other players. Period. Well, Outpost, though primarily for single play, you can invite other people to your Outpost. Other people can join your Outpost. If you play
Yeah.
it on extreme, it's going to be a bit tough, especially now with a big map. To like,
Hmm.
hey, where are you? And oops, I'm dead. Can you please come and help me? Yeah, but where are you?
I have no idea. Yeah, that's not going to be fun.
So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the extreme Outpost, but hard, why not?
Yeah, yeah, I'd be quite happy to do it on hard.
Ha.
Where exotics won't be mineable in outposts, all other voxels and interactive features will be. You can explore to your heart's content, craft all deployables and structures, and venture into all biomes on Olympus to seek the specific ingredients you need for whatever your heart desires. While missions will not be available, you can still complete these on standard prospects to earn valuable currency you're after. We're excited to see how you personalize your outposts and what these new possibilities will spark in your creativity.
Yep.
Hmm.
Mm,
Infinite
no.
resources every single time you go down.
Yeah. I mean, sure, there will be no missions, so you'll have to find a sense of accomplishment by basically things you want to do yourself.
Yeah,
But other than that, it's gonna be like an exploration map with the difference that resources will respawn,
yeah, yeah.
and you don't have the 30-day limit.
Now, see, knowing that you can have the entire map, I would want to put a base in every biome.
And connect them all with walkways and stuff. Yeah,
Hmm. Yep,
walkways or tunnels, so you can go there even during weather events.
yep,
Make them too high, too across, so you can use the jumping mechanism if you want.
yeah. Oh, the possibilities
Interesting.
are endless.
Oh yeah. Hey
Yeah,
Michael, built a massive concrete castle. Well, actually, one of my outposts, which is one, Arkwood, I believe. There's one with the lake in the middle, with the island in the lake. I've built a concrete base, mainly completed, which like envelops the entire island. So yeah, a concrete castle, why not?
absolutely. I mean, welcome, Michael. It's good to have you in. Thanks for joining us. In my outpost, Cornet was helping me build. Well, he did actually build my my base, but I actually decided to have an upside down pyramid, and I had the
Yep.
garden on the top of it, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was super easy. You know, every single bench was in there. I mean, we built absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, come on, you have infinite resources anyway, so.
Yeah, yeah. And if you run out of something, or you can't find something, or you can't be bothered running to the other end of the map, then you just log out, log back in, and everything's right back at you. And you've got the entire map to do that. Fantastic. Looking
So
forward to it.
one note for the outpost.
Hmm.
All outposts will show the same changes regardless of the biome specifics. For example, the Arctic biome will show an increase in lion spawn percentage at higher difficulties, but this will not be applied due to the biome's characteristics. So yes, you have more bear spawns if you play it on hard mode. If you play the Arctic outpost, there will be no bears. Maybe polar bears, but the cougars indeed, scorpions. If you are in one of the smaller outposts which have no desert, the difficulty settings will show increased scorpion spawn,
Yeah,
but there will be no scorpions. But this is more. This is to keep it the same set of variables throughout all the outposts.
yeah,
There's no scorpion spawn, by the way. There is the wolf spawn, lion spawn, buffalo, wild boar, and bear. Buffalo, wild boar, they are forest specific.
yeah,
Lion is desert specific. Wolf, well, you have wolves in the forest and in the Arctic.
yeah.
And for bears, forest specific, unless they include polar bears. And then it's forest and Arctic.
Hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are no cave worms in the outposts. Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly?
They were not. However, uh, there will be the settings, difficulty settings will impact the more powerful foes to contend with,
Yeah.
which mean predators, which mean there might be cave worms now.
Okay. That's I do have to say that that's a pretty nice looking stone building there.
Yep.
Looks like parts of it aren't quite finished, but
Well, eh, I wouldn't straight away say that.
I think it's just the way it's built. It's with the roof
Yeah.
pieces and stuff.
Yep. Looks like they deliberately kept some open spaces there,
Yeah.
which in the desert actually might not be a bad idea for ventilation.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Which brings us to the Olympus Outpost Unlock mission.
Already know what we're gonna play for our gameplay. Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay. You want to bring us into this one?
Yeah, the new Olympus outpost will be locked behind a special mission for you to complete. This will be on Olympus and require you to complete a final set of research for the UDA to deem it satisfactory for permanent inhabitants. Your briefing is as follows. Mission name is Nightfall Survey. Operator is UDA, all biomes. Background for this mission, the operator is expanding their research operations to encompass a greater area for development. Your mission is to complete a survey of the area and gather data on remaining apex predators to determine the viability of permanent bases in this region. Terms is flat fee. All resources and construction materials are the responsibility of the contractor. One note though, Nightfall Survey requires completion of previous missions in an applicable path to be unlocked. If you do not have a complete path to this mission yet, you will be required to complete them first.
Yeah.
Nightfall Survey, huh?
Well, it's looking kind of interesting.
Ah, so you remember how in the mission tree that last mission was coming soon?
The last mission was what? Sorry.
The last mission of the tree all the way to the right. It was always a coming soon.
Yes.
It has now been replaced by this Nightfall survey mission.
Okie dokie.
3 skull mission. Yay.
Oh, we like those.
One 1 day timer. 350 yen reward, 100 exotics reward.
Ooh. That's quite decent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think the Voyager recovery mission was it 600 and 150?
650 and 200.
Okay, oh, it was close. Yeah, ooh, okay. So that's actually, before we go on to the text there, I just want to comment on this building here. That's kind of what I have the triangular part that's in the middle, but not the fancy windows or anything like that, and that's amazing.
Don't say that. You have. I made them glass windows there.
Yeah, no, what I meant was it's just mine is just
Top level.
an upside down pyramid.
The ground level does not have the angular glass walls. Top level definitely does.
Yeah.
The middle level, I'm not sure.
I do know the whole thing was encased in glass and you could see right into it, especially at night when the lights were on. It was cool.
Especially the top floor. Actually, top 2 floors.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Echo, Michael asks if you can turn up your volume a bit.
turn up my volume a bit. Alrighty, let's try this. Is this a bit better? I don't exactly. I'm trying not
No,
to.
you're still. Your volume is still lower than mine.
Okay.
Oh, Michael says it's good now. Or at least he gives a thumbs up.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I just turned up the equalizer a little bit. Like I said, OBS had a really big update, and it seems to have just reset quite a few of the settings here. So once again, proving the importance of the peeps in chat to make sure that you help me, you allow me to know when my audio's out or it's not good or stuff, and I really appreciate that because it helps so much. Okay, so key improvements. Let's get
Alrighty.
into those. We've
So,
made some major improvements this week, which will have a large influence on the in-game experience, which we wanted to note. Did I read that right? I'm sorry, the brain is
yep,
not okay.
you did.
Yeah, somehow that just that didn't make sense.
Well, simple. They made some major improvements this week, and these improvements will have large influence on the in-game experience. And they want to note this fact.
Good, good, good. All right. And the next one, if you please. We'll take turnabout.
We've completed a major texture optimization pass. This should result in improved performance, especially if GPU was previously memory limited, and smaller game package size. There will be more to come in our next update. Oh yeah, GPU limited in memory. This game runs very heavy on your graphical resources.
Yes, it does. Yes,
So,
we have experienced issues with this, have we not?
oh yeah. I mean, I'm running a pretty standard video card with only 8 gigs of video memory, and I definitely could feel it. So hey, if they improved it, all the better.
Yeah. Okay. The thrown spears, knives highlighting talent was previously breaking if looking at the object and then looking away. It now remains highlighted in that case correctly.
Yeah, I don't have the talent, so I had no idea it was broken.
No, I don't have the talent for it either because I hate throwing knives. I'm
Yeah,
far too used to throwing them away. No,
I don't have that many of them in Irish knives.
no, certainly not. Okay, next up.
The Ventura knife, sorry. Inara is the X. The Inaris DSX. Anyway, sure. Several missions were doing an invalid check of prospect difficulty, so design intent wasn't being fully realized. These missions should now scale as designed with difficulty.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Well, the missions aren't hard anyway. Even though we die sometimes, but then it's more our mistake than the mission being too hard. Usually.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. Apparently there was an invalid difficulty check, which they fixed. I'm happy.
yeah. I mean, this has been in the notes. I think the last couple of weeks about missions maybe not scaling properly or something like that. We have found, well, even last night
Yeah,
that
last night was tad anticlimactic.
yeah, sometimes things just don't go right, or like when we were in with 4 people and we had the endless stream of bears, and then we go and do the same thing with 3 of us, and there's like 2 bears and a wolf.
Yeah,
It's like that's not realistic.
indeed.
So
So it was all Carl's fault. Oh no, Giz's fault. Giz wasn't in the second time we did it.
no,
So yeah, it was Giz's fault. He attracted the endless stream of bears and wolves. Okay, problem solved.
cool.
We should have brought him on the mission yesterday then.
Yeah. We've made some changes to the system which deals with player teleporting if falling through the ground, which should hopefully result in a better experience. This is still in development and will be addressed in future updates also.
Have we ever had it where we fell through the ground and not like just lay dead, feet underground, but really keep on falling? I don't think so. But
No, I've never experienced that, I have
as
to
for the
say.
teleporting, this might be where they ended up like halfway across the map, 100 feet high or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
But they're
we have
aware of it.
experienced that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're aware of it and they're working on it. Good.
Yeah, good, good, good. Alrighty. So now we're getting a
Nice.
look at next week.
Oh yeah.
Next week's
This is gonna be
preview.
huge.
Yeah.
Next
Next,
week, we
go on
will
then.
be removing the return from prospects button, as was only ever supposed to be a beta feature, and has prevented us from really leaning into the character attachments and loss we originally envisioned for Icarus. Don't get me wrong, but this remove from prospects has been used a lot to uh, kind of mitigate other bugs.
Yeah.
When you die, people are unable to see you, which, by the way, should have been fixed last week, which we noticed the second death bag above ground is working.
Yes.
That is removed from prospect. Also has been used. Like if you drop down and you had a disconnect during drop down, you ended up with no equipment. You had to remove from prospect in order to get out of the mission and keep your stuff, because if you took the dropship back up, this equipment was gone from your inventory.
Yes.
I do hope they have saved all those issues before they actually get rid of this function. Ah, Then again, if we look further down, some
Yeah.
important things to know: the return from prospect button will be removed, but another button, abandon prospect, will be added. This new button, when it's clicked, if the prospect has insurance, the character will be safely returned to the station with the loadout they took with them. Gone. Hold on. If you abandon prospect, you'll be safely returned to the station, but the loadout is gone.
Okay.
If the prospect does not have insurance, the character will be abandoned along with all their gear, so both character and gear. You will no longer be able to use this character and will have to delete them to remove them from your roster. So if they don't fix the bugs I mentioned before, there will be quite a big chance of people revolting because they lose their equipment due to bugs in the game.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is something we have to wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. That just basically tells me don't you know, don't ever put my main character at risk. It really makes me double think what we're going to be doing, because if we experience anything like that really bad Voyager mission that we had, to
Then
lose
the
your main character that you've spent
well,
hours playing
yeah,
that's a
if you
hefty
don't have,
price.
yeah, well, it will give you the opportunity to rebuild your character. It'll take a while, but I'm more concerned about my space gear.
Yeah.
I have a lot of space gear, which has cost me a lot of currency, which I would not be too happy to lose.
True. True.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised if people would tell the devs like, hey, if you really want to remove the remove from prospect function, be darn sure we're not gonna lose our equipment due to a game bug. And I will be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the prospect of that happening is not exactly thrilling, is it?
I mean, through this has always been like, hey, this is just a beta feature. This is not going to be permanent. It will be removed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you keep an eye on the Icarus Discord, quite often people having issues like the only thing you can do is remove from prospect in
Yeah.
order to keep all your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be happy if they don't fix those bugs and they do remove the remove from prospect option.
Yeah, because then you're left with getting your character back and losing all your stuff.
Yeah, that won't be nice. I won't be happy.
No. No, I doubt that there would be a lot of happy people with regards to that, and I think I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, like I said, we'll have to wait and see.
yes, we will. All right,
I
we
like this
have.
build, by the way.
That's a fantastic build up the side of a mountain. That looks
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And look, they have a proper greenhouse. Greenhouses, plural.
Yeah,
In the center one, you'll see corn. In the right one, I don't know, soy maybe?
berries possibly.
No, it's too light green for berries, I think, and too high. I don't know. It's
Hmm.
definitely it's a nice picture, that's for sure.
Yeah, gorgeous building.
Yep. Anyway,
Alrighty, so moving on, we do have a colleague um, notice here. Uh, would you like to read that out for us?
sure. Alex, Gomersall in memoriam. You will notice in the credits an addition in memoriam of a colleague. A talented member of our team, Alex Gomersall, passed away a couple of weeks ago. Alex was a brilliant talent, an even better friend, and his influence on Icarus and our team cannot be understated. We hope you will get to enjoy his amazing work in-game for many years to come in his memory. Alex contributed a great deal to how incredible the game looks. His passionate eye for bringing the best in our materials and shaders really helped shape our terrains. Working with Alex on the Arctic snow was a real highlight, as he was as passionate as I was about really giving our Arctic biomes the feeling of majesty that a cold biome brings. Having worked with Alex, we understand what a loss she is for us all, and our thoughts are with the family and friends he leaves behind.
Oh, what a shame. That must have been a really big impact for the team.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, our hearts go with you, Alex. So blessed be. Next up, we have the change logs, which
Oh
gives
yeah.
us the list. This
Oh yeah.
long list of fixes and changes that they've been
Yeah.
making recently. So the first two things are
The
added new
yeah.
difficulty settings to Outposts so that players can choose settings for weather and animal spawn, and adding Olympus wide outpost to the outpost screen.
Yeah. Well, we discussed this above already, so
Yeah. You can now modify key bindings from the title screen.
yeah, I like it. You no longer have to go into a prospect in order to change your key bindings.
Yeah,
I checked, and indeed, in the main screen, you can now change your key bindings. Yay!
good. All right, this next one has been covered above, but we'll go over it anyway. Thrown spears, knives, etc. are highlighted in the world talents now correctly. I'm sorry, I'll say that again. Thrown spears, knives, etc. are highlighted in world talents now correctly. Prevent the highlight being cleared when looking at the item and then looking away.
They say highlighted now.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I don't throw my. I intentionally don't throw my knives because I'm just too used to throwing them away. So,
Oh yeah.
and then you go to skin something, it's like, please don't tell me I just threw my iron knife away. I've just bloody made it.
Well, be glad it was your iron knife, not your Ventura knife.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next one, if you please.
Yeah, fix various texture settings for consistency and compatibility with tooling.
Okay.
No idea which textures, but hey, we'll take it.
Yep. Optimized or deleted unused expensive 4K texture assets.
Must be part of the graphical improvements, optimizations.
Yeah, I remember them saying they were removing the 4K texture assets for the boar.
Yeah. And the next one, fix stone arrow having none defined for additional stats, which caused Komodo byte modifier to appear erroneously in item tooltip. Add DT validation to pick up on this in future. I told you this.
Yep. That
Friday
happened. That happened
last
live
week.
stream. That happened live stream, if I remember.
Yeah. Like, hey, look at your stone arrows. It says it inflicts a Komodo bite. I totally remember that.
Yep.
So
And then
apparently, if there
you
was,
actually gave me permission to shoot you in the foot to see whether or not you actually got a Komodo bite
yeah,
when I shot you.
so apparently, if the additional stats value was empty, it defaulted to Komodo bite.
Oh.
Well, they fix that either by putting something in the additional stats for the stone arrow or removing the Komodo bite being the default. They also added something in their validation in their tests to prevent this from happening in the future.
Alrighty, well, we like
Good.
that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. They have fixed some blueprints using the wrong get difficulty method, which was preventing correct difficulty scaling, which was mentioned above. So now if there's 2 of us, it should be easier than whether or not there are 3 of us.
Yeah, well, they're talking about blueprints here.
Yeah.
Not so this means I'm not sure anymore what they mean here.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
we'll move on to the next one then.
Ha. Added a fix in to teleport players that fall through the map back to their last grounded location. Improved teleport fallback case to pick nearest dropship or respawn pod spawn location instead of the assigned player dropship. Nearest dropship. So does this also mean that unstuck might now have me ending up in your drop pod? And taken off with it, leaving you on the planet to die?
I don't know. I hope
Interesting
not.
approach. Interesting concept.
Yeah, I certainly hope that's not the case.
Also, the last grounded location. Does this include structures and stuff? So, if you can reproduce falling through the map, and then you build a walkway and ramps and stuff up to that point from like a mile away. Say a mile from that location is your last grounded location. You go up the walkway, walk towards where you can reproduce falling through the map. You fall through the map. Where then will you lie dead? At or around the place where you managed to fall through the map, or the last location where you actually touched the ground.
Well, I'm kind
This
of
is
hoping
hard.
it would
This
take you
is
back to your automatic spawn point.
well, this is hard to test if you can't reliably reproduce falling through the map.
Yes. I don't think we've ever been able to produce that.
Nope.
Alrighty. Adding final sound for the egg nests. Adding removal of items from egg nest gooey slosh sound.
We definitely have to do that mission soon. It's last week. It was also talking about the egg nest and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a specific sticks mission.
Yes, it is. It is. That also comes with adding in the sound of removing mission item from down supply crate for delivery stick mission sticks.
Mm, might be the same mission, but not necessarily. I don't know.
Is there more than one delivery mission in there?
I'm looking at the mission list right now.
Okay.
Rendezvous delivery, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only one delivery mission as such.
Okay, so it's got to be the same one then. Oh,
One would
crap.
say, yeah.
We lost the stream, I think.
No, stream is still going.
Are you sure?
It
Because
had a hiccup.
I'm looking at a play button.
No, stream is still running.
Alrighty. Well, I'll have to ask you to keep an eye on that for me then, because I actually can't see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can't really ask the stream to tell us if the stream stops. The chat, because asking the chat to notify us when the stream stops, could
Yeah,
be hard.
bit difficult. I mean, it still tells me that it says that it's live, but I don't know.
Anyhow,
Okay.
it's still
Uh,
running, so
okay. Well, just keep me abreast of that because it's telling me it's not. So, um, implemented new icon for the trained hunter talent.
I'm not sure which talent it is, but and then again, like I said before, it's a tad hard to see what it was before.
Okay. Um, added wooden piranha statue to the project.
And a couple more of them are related to this one, I think, but I'm not sure. This is in the rustic bench.
Yes.
I think they added stuff in the rustic bench. So maybe in this mission we'll build a rustic bench and see like, hey, do we have more stuff in there?
Yeah. Okay.
It says to the project, but which project? But if about statues, I would say the rustic bench.
Yeah. Yeah, for the decorations, as
Uh-huh.
well with the
Stone piranha
f-
statue and the DCO kennel holder's wood carved.
yes.
And maybe the aim pistol. So yeah. Well, like I said, we'll have to check.
Yes, we will. Now the next one is this is relative to the icebox, which we kind of had an issue with yesterday.
Yep,
So they fixed the icebox inventory tag to allow all food rather than only spoiled food.
yep. I'm glad I fixed it.
Yeah. And they added the difficulty setups for outposts.
Which we talked about it already at length.
Yes. They have fixed the spelling of scorpion in stats description. Can't say as I actually realized that there was a typo in there.
Mm, me neither.
Okay. They assigned spawn rate types for crocodile and komodo.
Maybe to do with the difficulty level. At hard mode, you get more crocodiles and komodo spawned.
Yeah, that are tougher to kill.
That's the spawn rate types, so
Yeah, but it'll be whether it's a low, medium, or hard. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but the spawn rate.
Yeah.
Maybe they're now affected by the difficulty settings.
Okay.
Like we haven't had enough komodos and crocodiles already. Well, we haven't. We'll be fine. We'll
We'll
be
be
fine.
fine. Yeah. They have separated the hard creature stats from hard creature spawn rates for better control.
Now
And
we're talking about statistics and spawn. So two different things. You need harder to
yes,
kill, more health, more perceptive, stuff like that.
yes.
And the spawn rate. Good.
hmm And they added bounds mask in generic folder.
No idea.
No, I did. I mean, that was totally passed me by. The next few, if you please.
Small adjustments to gloopy X sounds based on mission play. Also adjusted positive affirmation delays for the mission. And also a small adjustment to the remove the flash tear sound from exec removal. Both for this same mission, which by the way is the Gossamer research mission.
Yeah.
Again, we haven't played it yet, so I don't know what it was. But
Okay.
yeah, we definitely have to play that mission anytime soon.
Alrighty.
I don't know,
Uh,
tomorrow or so.
they have improved asset info texture checking methods.
Might have to do with the thing for the tooltip of the stone arrows.
Okay.
I don't know. No, it's a texture checking method.
Okay. So the next two are to do with textures.
Well, actually, to do with file names of textures.
Yeah. So they just
So
fix
yeah,
the file names on the Pine 02 burnt textures and fix file names on various textures. So
various other textures.
yeah.
I don't know. Typo in the file name
Yeah, I mean that's
or the
making it
wrong file
easier for the
name.
game to find stuff.
Uh, well, if you have the wrong file name, but you are linking to your pointing to the wrong file name, the correct wrong file name, it's no problem as such. However, if you then go through the files, you'll be like, "Huh, what is this? This doesn't make sense." So
Yeah,
it might be cosmetic only.
yeah.
Otherwise, your game would run into it would crash. Like, hey, I can't find this one file.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think it's more like a cosmetic issue, cosmetic fix.
Alrighty. Well, still fixes. There's still fixes.
Ha.
Okay, the next one, if you please.
Making carry radar sound more subtle. Slightly less body to the sound and less invasive when running with a radar for a long distance. Yesterday's mission, I ran almost the entire mission with the radar on my back.
Yes.
I I didn't really think the sound is being invasive, but apparently other
It's
people did.
definitely
But
there.
I don't know.
The noise is definitely there.
Yeah, but
You know,
you
makes you
basically you
wonder how you
ignore
can
it.
sneak up on anything making a racket like that.
Oh, so that's why I died so often. Okay, now I understand. But yeah,
Sorry, excuse me.
I just blame the game.
All right. They updated the LOD groups and LODs on certain static meshes.
Yeah, and as long as we don't know which meshes, we can't really say much here.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
then again, code improvements, code enhancements,
yeah.
performance improvements in code. Good.
Updated physical material for the stone elephant statue.
And for the wooden deer statue, and for the stone deer statue,
Yeah.
and apparently for the buffalo wooden statue, for the wall shelf wood, for the carved wood bookshelf, for the
And
desk
lamp.
lamp and bookshelf. We definitely need to have a look at the rustic bench because I see a lot here
Yeah.
we haven't built yet.
Yeah. Well, we don't use it very often. So actually,
We
when,
only use it like the mission we had to.
yeah, exactly. So maybe when we're doing the full map outposts, we can actually use the rustic bench and make all this fancy stuff.
Yeah, why not? I
Alrighty.
mean, we don't use it because it doesn't give any added value. Like you can't even lie on the couch.
Yeah.
I had dipped on the couch and then it turned out I couldn't even lie on it. So I was
Yeah.
kind of disappointed. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll just build a bench and craft some stuff.
Yeah. Okay. The next three, if you please.
Scorpion boss tweaks to VFX biome switch added extra biome script for Niagara systems. Okay. They tweaked something about Scorpion boss and some added some biome script for some systems apparently. Okay.
Cool. Very
Fixed an
nice.
issue with the repair hammer not playing hit sound on the wood hedgehog due to missing physical material. Never noticed it, but then again, When
We
do
don't
we?
build very many wooden hedgehogs.
Exactly, and if we do, we usually convert them towards the scorpion hedgehog. So, and they added new copies of existing prospect image textures to a new folder with themed naming schemes for grouping. I thought they wanted to decrease the file size, the install size,
Yeah.
and now they basically duplicate some files. Okay.
Okay.
I can understand it's easier to group all files for a specific prospect theme, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps, if it makes things better, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Okay, so the next couple here are they've added a new prospect image textures, and they have made changes to bespoke cave entrances in blue and green quads and sticks.
I like the one where if you walked out, you could look through the map. Maybe.
Yes,
I think things. I think they fixed things like that.
that would be good. That would be really good.
Here's one we've been complaining about.
Yep,
Updated mission step in Husk examination mission to say textiles bench instead of armor bench. You finally. They listened.
yep. Well, we spoke about that actually when we did the mission originally,
Yep.
because I mean, I said in the update even, I really wish they'd actually use the correct name for these things because it will get so confusing.
Ah,
So they have removed or overlap in large G3 Golf 3 cave blended cliff with landscape in Delta 5 on red quad and sticks.
or overlap in large Golf 3 cave. Period. Next sentence. Blended cliff with landscape in Delta 5 on red quad sticks.
Yeah, I think that's one of your get to the entrance and look through the map because there's a gap between where the floor is and where the cave meets it.
They blended the cliff with the landscape in Delta 5. There is no cave in Delta 5. We visited Delta 5 briefly yesterday. I don't recall having seen a cliff not blending in properly, but I'd have to rewatch the stream. I don't know.
Yeah.
As for the
Okay.
ore overlap in the Golf 3 cave, um, I think it might have been in this cave indeed, where I was trying to mine a gold node, and it was basically in the same location as a coal node. So in order to
Yeah.
mine the gold, I removed like 3/4 of coal as well.
Yes. Yes, I do remember that because I ran right past the 1/4 of the coal that was remaining and went, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So they've added the chamois transition, carcass, fur, and textures. Alrighty.
I thought it had already a carcass and foreign textures and everything. Alright.
Okay. Added descriptions to the workshop's vaccine modifiers.
And the modifiers themselves, yeah, I've never used them, so. Uh, yeah, okay. The nose says, for example, the blood thinning vaccine. It has now in green. The blood thinning vaccine protects against contusions and concussions. Like we noticed earlier, they had some items had some additional text and stuff in green.
Yes.
Looks like they now also added it for the workshop vaccines.
Cool. Alrighty.
And the parasitic vaccine protects against festering infections. Is that true? Festering wounds, we haven't had one of those in a while. Is it indeed the anti-parasitic one? Because we were always struggling in healing it.
Yeah, I think it's the antiparasitic one because you would think a
What?
festering wound would need an antibiotic, but
Yeah,
no, it is actually the
antiparasitic.
antiparasitic. Yes,
Yeah. Anyway,
which
uh,
again is confusing, but there you go. You know, we'll work with it.
well, hey, feel free to have a bear hit you so you get a deep wound, preferably without dying, and then wait till it starts to infect, and then we can test out various medicines.
Alrighty, okay, fair enough. We test it for science. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
I'll help you testing it. I will make the vaccine, the pills and potions.
Thank you. Okay, initial work overhauling audio quad delay system, work in progress.
What do you quad delay system? Quad delay system. I don't know.
Don't
It's
know.
maybe like as soon as you complete the mission, you're still full of adrenaline. And you're like, "Did you see this boss?" And then all of a sudden, very annoyingly, Saul starts talking like, "Yeah, this is well done, and now let's
Yeah,
continue to." Maybe that audio delay system. I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
said I fixed it, but we have heard actually that he doesn't always wait.
No, I mean we've done. You know, I mean it's become so normal for Saul to speak immediately as soon as the quest is done that it's just become part of the norm.
Yep.
So but yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, when you're filled with adrenaline and you're kind of whooping and yaying and hollering and hooping and stuff, you then actually have to look at the side of your monitor to see whether or not it's mission complete or you've actually got another bit to do because you didn't hear what Saul said. So yeah,
Then you have to rewatch the stream, and then you have to basically look at the subtitles.
yeah,
But then again, if you rewatch the stream, you're still again filled with adrenaline. Like, oh man,
yeah.
that boss stuff. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll
Okay.
we'll we'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Moves quad delay to a dedicated player reflection audio component. So that may be part of it as well.
Uh, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. And something can be turned on for dev testing by ticking a box in BP player environment audio component, which will
Instantiate.
instantiate the new component and bypass the old system. I
Okay, so
think
there is
that
something
might
new,
be
and you tick a box, and then it's using the new part instead of the old part. Player environmental audio component. But if this is for dev testing only, then why put it in a patch notes?
no, it says it can be turned on for dev testing.
Yeah.
But I do think that might be supposed to say which will initiate the new component and bypass the old system.
I wonder where
I've never heard
this
that
setting
word
will be.
before at all. It's instantiate.
Yeah, basically put it in place.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, you
English
learn.
is your native language, not mine.
Yeah, well, they say you learn something old every day. It's just new to you at the time. Okay, existing outposts now show the right difficulty level or show easy if they were made before outpost difficulty was added. Alrighty.
Uh, yep, indeed for existing outposts. Either it's a default, but it's like the difficulty level is grayed out, obviously.
Yeah,
But the easy difficulty has been ticked. But like I said, it might be that it's just because it's the default.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's fair enough. They have added reward display under talent prospect.
And there's a reward display under the talent prospects. Talent prospect. Talent prospect. I don't know. Oh, wait. I think I know what they mean. And if it is what I think they mean, then it isn't working. If you hover over a prospect now, it gives you the rewards. It
Oh,
tells you
right.
the
Okay.
rewards, which is basically 0 for everything.
Yeah.
If you do click the mission, then you get a proper rewards. But in the like you hover over and it gives you like one line telling you kinda what the mission is about.
Yeah.
Like Spirit Walk Exploration says is unlimited access to Terra Zone, Unearthed Research, newly discovered recipe analysis, Nightwatch Geo Research says collect unique geo samples. It now also tells you your rewards will be 0 ren and 0 exotics.
Okay.
If you do, however, click the mission itself, you will get the correct rewards.
Okay.
This is, by the way, both in Styx and in Olympus missions.
Hmm.
So if this is indeed this pop-up of the rewards, then thank you. Now please make it work.
Yes.
I mean, we have never had it, so we're not gonna miss it. But yeah, would it be nice if it actually worked?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So point prospects to new images and minor DT fixes.
New images, say for prospects, some of the prospects they added new images. Possibly, I don't know. In order to check, you'll have to remember what the old image was.
Yeah. Well, I think if they had a different picture for each and every single mission, it would strike me more because the the, the mission images just seem to be duplicated from
Yeah,
somewhere else on the tree.
they have more missions than images. True.
Yeah. So I think I would really only notice that if they gave every single mission a different image.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the DT stands for, but okay.
Details, description, I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, ordered faction missions DT to match prospect list DT for easier maintenance comparisons. Maybe it's details.
I don't know, but again, this looks more like something for their benefit and not something we will notice.
Yeah. Um, deleted hardcore prospects no longer used since difficulty refactor.
Because they are no longer used. Since, say, someone who still had a character on a hardcore mission, uh, that mission now has been deleted. They did tell us, like, okay, we have now the difficulty settings, and in X days, 90 days, I believe they said, we will be removing all current hardcore missions and stuff. So make sure you're out by then. People who didn't adhere to that should not be complaining because they had 90 days advance warning. Obviously, people will complain, like, I haven't played this game in 3 months. 3 is 90 days. I haven't played this game in 6 months, and now my character is gone because my prospect is deleted and my character was still there.
Yeah.
Then you should have played this game more often, mate.
Yeah. Alrighty.
6 months? The game isn't even
Well.
6 months old. Okay, whatever.
I bought it. I've never played it, but my character's gone.
Yeah, something like that. My beta character has gone. Anyhow,
Alrighty, changed system to not validate image resolution if no image is specified.
good. Less cause of error. There's a nice image, so you don't need to validate an image resolution. Cool.
Okay. The Olympus-wide outpost now points to the correct terrain, and players can now launch the outpost successfully. As
Funny.
opposed to what?
Exactly. So apparently they ran into something in either the experimental branch or the pre-experimental experimental as being like internal testing or something, where I don't know was pointing towards the wrong terrain, or they couldn't even launch it or whatever, or they
Hmm.
couldn't launch it because it was pointing to the wrong terrain. I don't know.
Hmm.
For the release, can now launch the outpost successfully. Basically, you're saying before we put it on the production, it was bugged.
Yeah.
That's what they basically say here. Oh well, give them points for honesty.
Yeah. Adjusted reward display color and size,
I don't know, maybe an email?
possibly.
Because looking at the rewards is still the amount of Ren in yellow and the amount of exotics in what's color called? I'll call it pink.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we've still got a wad to go through, so I'm trying to like
Yep.
thingy this speed it up a little bit.
Yep.
Could I have a stream check, please? Because I'm still not seeing what's happening on that.
The stream is still running. You're still audible there.
Okay, that's fine. They have updated the LOD groups and the LODs on certain static meshes. They said that above. Fixed compile error on UMG prospect reward display. Okay, I don't know what
They
that means.
updated stuff on certain static meshes. Okay. Didn't we have this bullet point a bit above already?
Yes,
And
yes.
apparently they fixed a compile error on the prospect reward display.
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad I fixed the compile error, otherwise we'll run into an error while playing the game or trying to get the rewards or whatever.
Yep. Okay. Updated the UMG credits page. Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
Fixed world stats subsystem by trying to add. Okay,
Well,
hang on.
without buy. They fixed the world stats subsystem, trying to add the fertile buffalo and boar spawn rate stats instead of base stats. This fixes issues where boar spawn rate and buffalo spawn rate stats weren't being applied correctly. I reckon it has to do with difficulty settings not being applied proper for buffalo and boar.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yes. Okay, and just under that, they've added stats to control spawn rates of crocodiles, komodos, and zebras.
I mentioned this above. Spawning of crocodiles and komodos now scaling with difficulty settings, right?
Yeah,
I think this is basically the same point.
good, good.
And they added zebra.
Yeah,
So more zebras in hard missions. I don't know. Good. More game meat.
yeah, more food.
Yeah.
Fixed sorting of prospect list and faction missions DTs. Details?
Again, look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points, bullet points above.
Yeah, yeah. We've already
Yeah.
done some of those.
So, next.
Fixed missing metadata info in missions.
Metadata info. Was it missing? In which missions? I didn't notice.
No,
Sorry. But hey, it was missing and they fixed the fact that it was missing. Okay,
that.
good.
Yep, that's a good thing. Okay, we'll do the next three together, shall we? They removed hard references to images in UMGs. They pointed the faction missions to new image files, and they deleted the old image files.
Removed hard references. If there's one thing I've learned in my career as a developer, which admittedly was short, don't ever use hard references. Don't. always use dynamic references, variable references.
Alrighty.
But this is more like for people who know a bit about developing software. Hard
Quick.
references means you need a fixed starting point, and if you change the starting point and you have a hard reference, good luck. So they made it dynamic references now, or variable references. Good.
Okay. Fixed issue where the user interface and selected outpost difficulty would be out of sync and displaying the incorrect difficulty and stats.
Could be, not would be.
Oh,
There's a
could be.
difference.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, one letter difference, whole different meaning.
Yeah, sorry.
This was early days of the difficulty refactor, where the description did not update properly when you selected another difficulty setting. They fixed that, and apparently they had kind of the same with the outpost difficulty selector in experimental and or internal test.
Okay.
They fixed it. Good.
Nice
Better if
one.
you know. Better if you properly know the effects of the changes in difficulty.
Yeah. The next one, please.
Yeah. You don't know how to read it? Check.
Oh, I do, but I'm just.
Check that teleporting players who fall out of the map now only considers players falling if their z velocity is negative, instead of solely relying on a falling movement mode. So basically they changed the way how to determine if a player was falling through the map.
Alrighty.
So they fixed a few incorrect subtitles and typos on various mission voiceovers. Haven't we seen an example of that yesterday or last week? I kinda seem to remember something about that. Like, hey, there's a typo here. Oh, whatever. They'll fix it.
Don't
I
remember
could be
seeing that.
mistaken though.
I don't remember seeing that. Not to worry,
But they
though.
fixed it. The fix it is important.
Yes. Fixes is good.
Adding base mission flow for Olympus Outpost unlock mission and relevant quest markers in the data table, the quest queries data table. Added in mission item BPs and a central scanner device BP, which at the moment is a reskinned crash ship to retain base logic. Okay. BP looks like a sort of spawn point-ish,
Okay.
not blueprint.
Hmm.
The central scanner device BP, which at the moment is a reskinned crash ship, well, you're not going to be able to pick up a reskinned crash ship.
No, no.
So I think this is like the spawn point, the location where you get these. Like you have to crate, you have to drop ship for mission items.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. They added quest items, crystal and battery items, static, meshable, and itemable setups for use in Olympus Outpost Unlock mission.
Does this mean I'm looking at battery? Does this mean we finally gonna get batteries in the game?
I don't know, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't put any hopes on it.
Looking at the blueprint list, there is no such thing. Sorry. I got my hopes up and it got smashed to smithereens again.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Sorry. No luck, buddy.
No,
Try.
it's like the exotics infused pickaxe. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah, so it must be mission specific item. The battery here as well.
Okay.
Too bad, but hey, tough luck. So yeah, they added the quest items. Yeah, you need items for the quest, so they need to be in the game. So
Yep.
they added them, create measurables, created everything for them which they need to exist in the game. Good.
Mhm. They added talent for new mission, adding character flags for new mission to unlock Olympus-wide Outpost, adding new user interface to Outpost selection to show locked status.
Indeed, if you go to the Outpost now, you select your character, you say, okay, go to the Outpost. It now has this new Outpost. Like I said before, it's a new one, which says it's locked. And they added character flag for a new mission to unlock it. So yeah, just a flag in a database. What I'm more looking at is added talent for a new mission.
Sounds intriguing.
Is this because you need to craft something specific or do something specific for which you need a talent? And then they give everyone a free talent point. Say only one person of the player group needs to spend the talent for this mission item, and the rest of the group will have a free talent point?
Don't know.
Me neither.
That'll be interesting to test, won't it?
Yep. And don't worry, I'll spend my talent points if you need it for the mission, so you can have an extra talent point.
Oh, if it works like that.
Yep. And after that, I'm gonna check if I can somehow spawn in your drop pod and then take off, so you basically lose your character and you don't have any use for this extra talent point anymore. Sorry, this was too easy.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
we've had some laughs before, but I think that one just kind of trumps a lot at the moment. Oh man.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Alrighty, let's try and get back on topic.
Yep.
They have added some collision volumes beneath ground in underwater caves to ensure the new out of bounds teleporting works as expected in those areas of the map.
Out of bounds teleporting. Could this also have something to do with like people getting hit by a mini boss and they fly up like a mile and a half into the air and they get out of bounds, they die somewhere up there and blah blah. That it now teleports back to Earth to the last grounding position, i.e., just in front of the mammoth which is charging at you.
um,
But then how does this? This basically like the out of bounds teleporting. I'm not sure why you would need this in underwater case. It's not like you can mine your way through the map and fall off the world. Unless,
no.
yeah, no, underwater caves. No, they don't have no worms. So how are you gonna die in an underwater cave if you run out of oxygen? Then you're stupid. Yeah, you should
Oh,
have
we
brought
need to
more
go back to
oxide.
base. I forgot my O2 bottle last night.
Yeah, so I wasn't stupid. I noticed it and I didn't suffocate in an underwater cave.
I've been there myself. We've all done it.
I haven't. I haven't suffocated in an underwater cave because I didn't bring oxygen.
No.
I just ran out and grabbed some oxide and then went back to mining.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then died to the respawning cave worms.
Okay.
Anyway.
So next up.
Added a new user interface for the new Omni Olympus mission. Basically, we added a new mission.
Yeah.
Added inventory tag, queries, and slot setup. Is this hopefully if you die and get revived or let's put it differently. If you log into the prospect again, that your inventory is no longer messed up,
Now that would be nice.
that will be very nice indeed. Oh yeah.
If it's that, we'll have to test that for science and find out.
True.
Okay, so the next
So,
three go together, don't they?
yeah, I'd say so. Riverbanks and cliff underwater assets pass on Outpost 006, Forest Outpost 3, landscape painting decal placement on Outpost 006, Forest Outpost 3, landscape sculpting, cliff placement and custom cave work in Outpost 008. Not sure which outpost is which, and let's skip one and continue with the decal pass, foliage painting and lake river edge spline points polish in Desert Outpoints 007. Added foliage, FPS resources and hand painted resources, polished decals and cliff blending in Desert Outposts 007.
Mm-hmm.
Removed SM Rock DC Large 10 from Outpost 007. License to kill. Foliage and resources pass. Navigation modifier volumes placed in the persistent level and polished decals around cliffs for the Desert Outpost 007. Added dropship spawning points or deposits. Polished landscape blending with cliffs and decals. Deja vu. Painted voxels and added details to foliage for the Desert Outpost 007. Checked all impassable collisions and fixed landscape blending with canyons, decal polish pass, and built underground cave Desert Outpost 007.
Wow.
Let's summarize this in they did some work on Outposts.
Yeah, Bond and his pals have been busy, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Oh yeah.
do you want to
So yeah,
summarize?
like I said, summarize, they did some work on Outposts.
Yeah.
And looks like most of it is visualizations.
Good, good,
Most
good.
of it. Right, so the one we skipped to group everything else together.
Was
Added
the
Scorpion Pack Static Mesh.
which
Scorpion Pack? Is this the Scorpion armor?
well they did mention that above.
I must have forgotten it. Sorry, my memory sometimes is like, you know, the thing with the holes, the metal thing with the holes.
Civ.
Sorry, it was ironically. It was meant as a joke. Anyway, did I add something about this before? I don't know. Scorpion Pack?
Yeah, they mentioned something at the top of the beginning of the update.
Beginning of the update or beginning of the changelog? I don't know anymore.
It's been a really long one today, isn't it?
We just blame the game.
Yeah, it's all the game's fault.
Exactly.
Which then just leaves us with the final two.
Yeah.
Delete unused faction expedition blocker mesh.
No idea what I deleted, but it was unused, so no wonder we don't know.
Okay.
Deleting unknown code. Unused code, unused resources. Well, it's only going to be better for the performance, so thank you.
Mm-hmm. And fix stressor DM material warning.
SR as in shelf?
Don't know.
I don't know.
But they fixed it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is always a good thing in our book.
True. I totally agree there.
Which brings us to the end of the change log for week 28.
Yeah, 28 weeks, like I said, not even 6 months.
Yeah.
Is this correct? No, it's incorrect.
No,
6 months and
26
2
weeks
weeks.
is, yeah, it's just over 6 months.
Yeah, okay, we'll just say Now, we can't really say it's late because it's early. Let's just say it's nice weather outside. Because
Yes,
that it is.
it is. Um, speaking of which, I think that's time to call it right there. We will be back shortly with the live stream of the Outpost mission, which will
Yeah,
unlock the last outpost. Looking forward to that. So,
yeah, I managed to get into the game because I had troubles before the stream. I couldn't connect. I managed to get into the game, so let's hope Echo also can get into the game proper.
yes, yes. So, just in case we do have issues with, or I have issues with connections and stuff.
We will then update you with audio and or chat messages in the stream.
Yeah, in Discord even. Look to Discord for the latest updates, just in case we do have issues. Um, until
So
then, I think
for now,
maybe
let's assume everything will work fine, and then we start in what, 10 minutes, 9 minutes?
I was actually just going to say, could we take a 10-15 minute break? I am mm,
Oh, sure.
experiencing some things right now, so just
No
a
problems.
slightly longer break today would be perfect if that's okay. So
Oh,
until we
sure.
see you for the mission up and coming, it is good night from me.
And good night from her.
And remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.